Welcome back, everybody. We'll be starting video 3 of the series. We're building increasingly better versions of a board game. We've chosen the Royal Game of Earth. So this was our first one. Basically, build that for free. Just some cardboard and popsicle sticks. Upgraded the board to a box here. Used the same pips, but we made our own wooden pieces. We made it Christmas colors. For the third one, not really sure if you'd call this an upgrade or just a different version, but we'll use buttons for our pieces. I had 7 of these ivory ones, but I didn't. Over here in my craft drawer, have any other button with 7 matches. I had like 5s and 6s, but none of them had anything else that was even close to similar. But I got 4 of these ones and 3 of these ones. They're like same size and shape and a very similar color, so that's that to me. Um, talk about our upgrades before I go into our parts list, I guess. We're going to um, upgrade the box by making it 2 parts. So the first part will be almost exactly the same as this, except this end is just open, no flaps to close. And then the second part will be basically the same thing, a little bit larger, and then this one can slide into the larger one, like a drawer, basically. And then the other upgrade will be, instead of the sticks or pips, we use tetrahedron dice that we'll build. So for parts, we need a 9x9 piece of cardboard, 9 inches by 9 inches. So that's exactly the same as we did with this, except for this was a 9x10 because we had another inch for these flaps. And we're going to mark this out and everything exactly the same, except it doesn't have this other, there would have been mirror of this on this end, right, when we built this one. So just think of it as like we built that one again and cut it off, right? Except we're just going to cut it off from the beginning. So 9x9, mark it 1 inch, 4 inch, 5 inch, 8 inch. Fold it on those lines, and 1 inch from this side, fold it in on those lines. Cut that tab free. I meant to leave one of the corners. I didn't mean to cut both of them, but it doesn't really matter. You don't need it. The other piece is 9 across, 10 and a quarter inches long. So that when we fold it, it'll be a bigger box. I'll go over those markings in a minute because they're different from the previous one. I printed out this tetrahedron net. The one I found was not exactly the size; it was too big for me, so I just copied and pasted it on Canva, and I pasted it like 4 times, and then changed the size of all 4 of them, and just printed that all on one sheet. When it came out, I chose the one that was closest to what I wanted. Basically, all I wanted was one that will fit inside this box, which is about an inch inside there, and this ended up being about 7/8 of an inch, so it like barely fits in there, but it does fit in there. Um, so you can do that, or if you got a protractor or something, you can draw that out. Um, this is not corrugated cardboard like this. This is like single ply, like you would see on um, snack boxes, drink boxes, cereal boxes, stuff like that. We're going to the hot glue gun, hot glue, cutting utensils, marking utensils, square. So get into it a little bit here. I already mentioned all the dimensions here, so I'm not gonna mention that again. And it's the same as the second video, other than that edge. Well, I'll mention it real quick, okay? So if you had a 9x9 square, you're gonna mark down the edge 1 inch, 4 inch. There are other folds here because like that they were just already part of the box. But that's okay. This one is our line. 1 inch, 4 inch, 5 inch, 8 inch. Make those same markings on this side, and then fold the box along those lines. And then on 1 inch on this edge, fold it inward on that. And we made sure that all of the printed part was towards us or folding up, so that's the inside of the box. Okay, so glue that up, put some tape on it to hold it while the glue dries. But I'm gonna mark this one real quick. I started at the bottom. It don't matter if you start at the bottom or the top with your measurements, but it's from here to here, right from the bottom. You mark 1 1/4 inches, 4.5 inches, 5 3/4 inches, 9 inches, and you make those same marks on this side. Measure from the bottom: 1 1/4, 4.5, 5 3/4, 9 inches. And then we also measured in 1 inch, in 1 inch. We already drew that line. You don't have to draw the lines because what I'm gonna do put straight edge on there and fold towards me. So I don't have to have this time. I'll make sure I'm lined up. I don't have to draw the line. Make sure you're lined up on both sides. I use both hands for this. I'm not going to actually fold this. I'll hold the camera with one hand. You get the idea. Just hold that straight edge on those marks and fold the box towards you carefully. I'm going to go ahead and fold this one up. Cut my tabs. And I'm going to go ahead and glue up both boxes. I'll come back and check in with you and we'll talk about the tetrahedral dice. So we have our two pieces of the box, two parts of the box, glued and taped. Hopefully you can tell here. So that one is just big enough for the other one to go inside. I already tested it just to make sure it did fit in there, so good to go on that. What I have here now is a piece of single ply cardboard. I just took my template and traced it. The first one I did this one here, I just laid the whole sheet of paper on top of this cardboard, and I cut this template out. I also cut this at the same time. So then here, since it's already on the paper, it's hard to hold on to that. I don't have to put it right beside my finger. For this one, I traced around it. Then I thought, since this is already cut out, I could use that. So I used that to draw that one. I got some cardboard, got a couple layers here, so if I cut my table, set my blade minimum depth, cut these out and come back and show you. Yeah, I have my pieces cut out. Pretty much impossible for me to do this one-handed, so I'm going to try my best to explain it. But just hold my template and my cutouts together, get this lined up on that line. I showed you lining that up on this side and folding it towards you, and that's actually what I did. That's actually backwards because that would put these on the outside. So I ended up having to double. I did fold it, so now I want my fold it backwards. It's okay. It's lining up okay. So I can't show you this part because I'm definitely gonna have to have both hands. I'm gonna plug in our hot glue gun. Let it get ready. I'm gonna use this hand to hold it by the corner and put a little dot. This part, this part, this part, this part. All four corners. Try your best to make all four dots of glue as close to the same side as possible. Because if you make one of them like way heavier, then this die is now weighted and it's probably going to land a certain weight each time. So you gotta try to make it as even as possible. And while the glue is still warm, still hot, fold it together, get everything as lined up as you can, and then just hold it. Like hot glue is great for this because it gives you a little bit of time of flexibility. It doesn't just instantly grab. So you get a little bit of time to line it up. But then it does set, fairly quickly, so you don't have to stand there holding it all day long or anything. So just put 4 dots of glue, fold it up. Still, that's pretty much it. And then you'll just mark 2 of the tips. You'll notice here, 2 of the tips, 2 of the vertices are going to have the ends of the cardboard, and 2 of these I just folded over parts, right? So I make sure that I get one end marked and leave the other end unmarked, and then leave one of the middle points as my second mark point. I think that gives you a little bit better chance of being 50-50. I think if you put both those tips, I might slightly change the odds, but I don't know for sure. But that's the way I do it. So I get all those glued up. By then, the boxes should be set. I'll try to get it all decorated and I'll show you the finished product. I forgot to mention that when I put these together, I did not use the hot glue on this. I used the contact glue and the tape just like before, because I was afraid that the hot glue would cause clearance issues. It's a little bit bulkier, so then they might not fit together. And it's a very tight fit like this already, so I'm not using hot glue on that. But that's basically, we're basically done. I'm gonna continue making these, fold the other ones up, get them all glued. I'll draw the board. I'm not going to be fancy on the designs or anything. yet. Maybe let somebody else do it this time or something like that. But I'll show you the board once it's done, how it all gets together. So I finished all these tetrahedrons. I don't have that drawn yet, the board drawn on yet, but I wanted to show another little thing about having this outside case. So even though you'd be playing on this, here's your cases or whatever on top of this board. Whether you're using pips or the tetrahedrons or whatever, a person could practice enough and get skilled enough, especially with ones you're making yourself. If you were to, slightly dent them, put a little bit of extra glue in your corner or something, you could practice a whole lot and start increasing your odds of hitting what you try to roll for. So to eliminate that, if you need like truly random rolls, you can put your dice in the large box. Okay? Same with pips. In that box, give it a shake, pour it out. Truly random roll. So you don't have to use it like that, but it's a good option. Let me just start putting all this in here so you can see real quick and draw the board on a little while. But basically, to put it away when you're done, just put all your pieces in. Got all my pieces and everything in the box. I got to see down there. But believe me, they're in there. And then try to do this one here. Just really can't. Heck yeah. You get the idea. You just slide that in. There we go. You slide that in, push it all the way in. Pieces are all up there. I'm having trouble getting over that tape. I'm like, all the tape. Glue should be dropped now. So, but here. That's it. It's done. Just gotta draw the board on. I've already shown you how to do that, so I'm not going to do it again. So I guess that's the end of this video. Thank you. If you enjoyed it, please leave a like. I got our game board and just pin something on there. I'll get back with some markers and stuff later. All our pieces inside here. Royal Game of Earth. There's our 3 cardboard craft versions of the Royal Game of Earth. Just a plain board. There's the sticks, or pips, or dice, whatever you want to call them. And there's cardboard pieces. And this one, at the ends, made a box with the ends closed. You just use rope bands to hold those closed. Still using these type of pips, but we made wooden pieces out of wooden dowel rod. And then a third version here. It's like an old movie cassette, and you gotta slide it out. And then all the pieces are in there. And the game box itself doubles as a cup for rolling your dice to make sure, or just make sure everybody being a little more fair. I mean, that's maybe part of the game too. You would have to practice and everything to get good at rolling the sticks to hit the number you want. So it's almost like another skill level. You can compete against each other at their skill as much as you are at your strategy. But to keep it fair for people who haven't developed that skill, making everyone roll out of the box will keep the game a little bit more fair. But that would be against somebody who's sitting around practicing with them. Most people aren't going to be that good with it. But you have the option there if that is ever an issue. You have the box itself to double as a rolling case. In another video, I'm not going to make another board game, another cardboard version. But I'm going to show you something I'm going to do to try to make these last longer. So come back, check that out. If you like this video, leave a like. If you're not subscribed so you see more. Since we're done with the cardboard versions, the series is going to move on into making these out of actual wood. Don't have exact plans yet. Maybe one out of a 2x4, maybe one out of a fence picket, maybe one out of plywood, something like that. That'll probably conclude the series. So stick around if you want to see that. And after this, I think I'm moving on to musical instruments as Christmas gifts, probably.